Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, sorry, I'm late. Um, okay, so at first, I want to know if you have any questions about the content that we consider these days. So I will answer your questions. Any questions?
I understand that this if I attend BTI today, so tomorrow can I could attend this tomorrow, right? So today is same as tomorrow or different,
Yeah, the same.
same, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Any questions, class? If you have questions, so please share your.
Teacher, I could not hear.
Oh, sorry. So I said that can you open quiz 2 already or not? You can open quiz 2 already, right? Yes or no?
No,
Quiz 2? No, not
I
yet.
not. I do not do that yet.
Okay. So how about the others? Do you have any questions? Um, if not, so I'll give you some review exercises. If you have any questions, so please share your screen. Uh, we will discuss. But if not, so I give you some exercises. Who raise the hand, Khôi, please?
Dạ, em có câu này em không hiểu, em xem màn hình được không?
Yeah, please. Okay, the basis for the null space of A, it has this form. So last time we already considered a null space, right? Do you remember how can we find the basis of a null space? So null space is the set of all solutions of a linear system, right? A homogeneous linear system. So if you want to find the basis, so you have to show the system, right? But in this case, no. Can you tell me what is the rank of the coefficients matrix here? You can see it, right? What is the rank of the coefficient matrix? Anyone can tell me what is the rank of the coefficient matrix here? Hmm? Yeah, rank is 1. So what is the dimension of the null space? You know that the dimension of the null space is equals to the number of free unknowns, and the number of free unknowns is equals to the number of unknowns minus the number of equations. So what is the dimension of the null space in this case? Who knows? 2, right? 2. Okay. So you see that the basis here we have 2 vectors. So we have to take 2 vectors. It means that 2 solutions. So 2 solutions. So E1 is a solution. What does it mean? You don't have to show it. You just have to substitute. Please wait. So I have A, right? A is a metric. I just take an example because I already closed 4 minus 2, 6, right? Rank of A equals to 1. So dimension of the null space of A equals to the number of unknowns, 1, 2, 3. 3 unknowns, right? And minus rank 1, so it equals to 2. So to find one basis here, I already give you 1 0, right? 1 0 is mean that x2 equals to 1 and x3 equals to 0. So you have to substitute to this equation. What is this equation? 2x1 minus x2 plus 3x3 equals to 0. You have x2 and x3, so you can find x1, right? Understand it? In this case, you don't have to show it um, because it has solution, right? And you just have to write the basis. So the basis here it's just two solutions, two independent solution. Understand? Guys, yes or no?
One more time, please.
So null space, what is it? It's the set of all solutions of a homogeneous system. Got it? So I have a vector space V and I have that dimension is 2. It means that the basis here consists of two vectors. I already give you the form E1 and E2 like this, right? So this is the set of all solutions. So these two bases, they are just two solutions. Solution is mean that satisfy the equation ax equals to 0. So my vector e1 is I say that I10, right? So it's a solution. It means that x1 here equals to I, x2 here equals to 1, x3 is 0. It's a solution. And I have the equation because after reducing, we have only one equations left. So 2x1 minus x2 plus 3x3 equals to 0. This means that 2I minus 1 plus 0 equals to 0. So we can find I is 1/2. Understand it now?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah.
Ủa cô ơi, cho con hỏi là sao mà cái cái ma trận A nó đang là ở trên này là x1 x2 x3 rồi ở dưới nó là 2 trừ 1 3 rồi sao mà mình nhân hai cái đó lại với nhau vậy cô?
No, it's the coefficient matrix of a linear system. Do you remember 2x1 minus x2? So yesterday, you didn't join the class? We have a linear system. Ax equals to 0. The matrix A here, what is it? It's the coefficient matrix. I write x1, x2, x3. It means that they are coefficients of x1, x2, and x3. I don't say that they are x1, x2, x3 multiply. No. Understand? It's a linear system. And we write it as the matrix, augmented matrix. About the linear system, we already have it, right? We considered this problem before.
Cô ơi, cho hỏi bạn nãy cô.
Yes, please share your screen, please. I can't see it. Please zoom in because I can't see it. Okay, so it's the input output model.
Nhưng mà em thấy nó bị thiếu cái đề luôn.
So can you show it again because I can't see it. The input output consumption matrix for a closed economy is given below. Shows the associated input output model. Use R if you need a variable in your answer. It's a closed economy. It means that you don't have external demand. You just have internal demand. But of course, in this case, I show you. Please wait. What does it mean? It means that you know that for input-output model, we have AX plus D equals to X, right? A here is the input-output matrix, and D here is the external demand, right? And X here is the total production. Understand? But in this case, it just the closed economy. It means that the industry, they just show for the industry themselves. We don't have the other external demands. Understand it? So it means that here D equals to 0. So you have the equation AX equals to X only. And you have to show it. Show this system. You know it, right? AX equals to X is mean that A minus I times X equals to 0. And you have a homogeneous system, right? And you have to show this homogeneous system to find the general solution. X. Understand it now?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. That's it. Any other questions?
Ủa vợ cô ơi, cái này mình lấy không chia cho A trừ 1 hay sao cô?
No, we don't have matrix division. I tell you many times. in class, right? We don't have matrix division. We have a homogeneous system. How can we solve a homogeneous system?
À,
Reduce to the echelon form. Here we have many solutions, not just one. That's why in the question you see that use R if you need, because we have free unknown. Understand? Because
yes, teacher. Thank you.
yeah, we can have many solutions. That's why we use R as the free parameter. Any other questions? Any other questions, class?
Cho em hỏi thêm bài nữa cô.
Okay, so please. We just know that, and we have to find the transition matrix? No, we can't find it. This question has problems. We can't solve this problem, Because if you know just the determinant, so you can't find the matrix. We have infinitely many matrices, so not this one. Oh,
Tại bài này em tiết thể thuật mà em chưa hỏi kịp đó cô.
so please open it again. No, we miss information here because you know that. Oh, please wait. Okay, I check it again. Because we have information because E, G, F, and G, right? I rewrite because I can't see it. E here, you say that E is X, Y. We have this information. I rewrite. I just see that E, F, G, right? X, Z. And you say that P from E to F is -3. That of this matrix and that of P, E to G is 3. And you have to find G to F, right? Transition matrix from G to F. G to F. Okay, so I share my screen now. Please wait. Okay, this is the question, right? So at first we consider the definition. I will prove that we misinformation here, right? What is the transition matrix from G to F? So the first column, what is it? It will be the coordinate. So suppose that this one I denoted by E1, E2, right? E2, F1, F2, and G1, G2, right? So the transition matrix from G to F, it will be the coordinates of what? Of G1 in F and coordinates of G2 in F. Understand? Understand it? So G2, what is it? Is Z, right? And you represent it as a linear combination of Y and Z. So what is Z, class? Z equals to something times Y plus something times Z. What are the coefficients here? What are coefficients here, class? Hmm? You see it? Z, so it equals to, yeah, 0y plus 1z, right? So the second column here will be 0, 1, right? But you have to represent G1 as a linear combination of y and z. It means that you have to represent x as alpha y plus beta z, right? So this is alpha and beta. So to find this matrix, you have to find alpha and beta. So you have to find the coefficients when you represent x as a linear combination of y and z. Understand the way, right? So we have to find the matrix P from E to F that this matrix equals to -3. What does it mean? So suppose that, okay, so P from E to F, it means that in this position we have F E1 in F, right? Coordinates of E1 in F and coordinates of E2 in F. E1 in F it means that you represent X as a linear combination of Y and Z. You see? So Y and Z, so it's alpha and beta. And E2 in F, so E2 here is Y, right? Y equals to 1 times Y plus 0 times Z, right? So 1, 0. Got it? Okay, yeah, so in this case, if you have that determinant, so what is the determinant of this matrix, class? What is the determinant of this matrix here? Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, it's quite difficult one. Yeah, it's find the relationship between x, y, and z using the determinant, and you have to write all information that you have here. So the determinant of this matrix, what is it?
It's beta
No, why beta?
minus beta.
Minus beta, and given that is -3, right? It means that you can find beta. So beta here is 3, right? Okay, and for E to G, the same. P from E to G, it means that in this position, you have the coordinates of E1 in G and E2 in G. So what is E1? E1 is X, and G here is X and Z, right? So X equals to 1X plus 0Z. So the first column will be 1, 0, right? And Y here, Y, it equals to you can represent it as a linear combination of x and z. So suppose that, but from this equation, suppose that beta is, alpha here is, suppose that alpha is different from 0. So you have that y will be 1 over alpha times x minus beta over alpha times z. Understand? So this column will be 1 over alpha and minus beta over alpha. Understand what I mean? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and after that you find that of this matrix, and what is that of this matrix? That of this matrix will be minus beta over alpha, and it's given that is equals to 3, right? And you found beta already. Beta is 3, it means that alpha will be -1, right? So it means that my matrix here, alpha is -1 and beta is 3. Yeah, but yeah, it's just I know that it's a quite difficult exercise, but it's not the main focus, so the main target of our course, because here we find a relationship and you have to show the system. Yeah, you have to understand what is the transition matrix, so you have to represent that as the linear combination. Yeah, if you don't understand this question, so you can skip it, no problem. Okay, so do you understand what is the transition matrix from G to F? Yes or no? It's the coordinates of G1 in F and coordinate of G2 in F. Got it, Duy? Okay, so what is G? G here is X and Z. So we want to find the coordinates of G1 in F. F here is Y and Z. So we represent X as alpha Y plus beta Z, right? So the coordinate here will be alpha and beta. Understand? Definition: coordinates of a vector with respect to a basis. It means that it's alpha times one vector plus beta times the other. Understand? Okay, next, G2. What is G2? G2 here is Z, right? We represent Z as a linear combination of Y and Z. And of course, it's 0 and 1, right? 0 Y plus 1 Z. So that's why the coordinate vector here is 0 and 1. Understand it? Okay. Similarly, you can find P from E to F, and you have this matrix. And given that determinant of this matrix is 3, so you find that of this matrix and you can find beta. Got it? Okay, yeah, similarly with the other, yeah, I think nothing special here. Just find all transition matrix and find a relationship between them is okay. But I think that if you can't solve this problem, so don't worry. It's just a matter of mathematics, right? I don't want you to do many calculations. I want you to understand the concepts. I want you to understand the rule, the method to solve the problem. So I don't want to pay much attention on calculations, on right solving the system. This thing, yeah. But of course, it has idea here. But if you don't know how to solve it, so it's okay, no problem. Any other questions? Any other questions, guys?
Ủa cô có cái đề tham khảo của mấy năm trước không cô?
Because the previous test is the online test, so I don't have. But I'll check. Maybe I have, but it's long time ago. I check it. Where is it? Long term and object is
Dạ cô ơi,
yes.
nếu không ai hỏi gì thì cô khái quát lại phần lecture 2 cho tụi em với đúng cô.
Lecture 2, I just summarized yesterday. In the time of our class, I already summarized. So now I won't summarize again. Already.
Cô nói lại phần null space được không?
Okay, no space is okay. Yeah, please wait.
Với phần dimension đúng không?
But I just summarized yesterday, and when I talk, many of you are talking, so you don't listen to me. You know it. Because in the time of the class this week, I already summarized the contents of chapter 2 in all classes. So
Hôm qua tụi em không có học cô ơi. Tụi em
yeah,
không có tiếp với cô.
but in the terms of your class, in all classes, I summarize the contents. Summarize chapter 2 from the beginning to until coordinate, and after that I start with the subspaces. So all the contents for chapter 2. Okay, I've just upload one file. It is the yeah, you can solve this problem.
Cô ơi, xem bên lớp TT chưa thấy file group với cô.
Yeah, I forgot. Please wait. Is it? Okay, so you can solve these problems and then we can discuss. I can share this file. Okay. Number 3. You say number 3. You can't find the answer. I'll check it. Your friend say that number 3 you don't have answer. Let's check it. U here is 2 minus 5, 4, and A here, what is it? 1, 2, 1, 2 minus 5, 1, 2, 1, 14 over 9. Yeah, this quiz maybe it has mistake somewhere because you know that we remember that. Yeah, red. So we have, yeah. Okay. So number 3 is wrong. No, yeah, but it's wrong. Number 3 is wrong.
Teacher, can you give correct answer in question 3?
Question 3, so you just have to show the system. I think that you can show it by yourself, right?
Yes, but I want to check my answer if it's correct.
Okay. So please wait. I use MATLAB to find it. This is the matrix A, right? And I showed the system. I obtained this answer. Do you have the same answer? I use MATLAB, so I don't think that it is wrong.
Ủa cô cho hỏi là câu 3 giải sao cô?
The coordinate vector, so definition. Who asked me these questions? You didn't attend the class these days? Definition, what is the coordinate vector? Please check the slide again and tell me what is the coordinate vector definition. What is it? So who asked me these questions? Please. So if I have 3 vectors, E1, E2, E3, so coordinates of U in E will be the set of 3 coefficients such that U equals to what? Definition. Please. When? Please. Definition.
Dạ bằng alpha E1 cộng beta E2 cộng gamma E3.
Yes, so you have a system. You show the system so you can find alpha, beta, and gamma. Right? You don't have to write the system.
Rồi.
Yeah. Why? I check it again. So this is my matrix 1, 1, 1, right? I use MATLAB, so I don't think that is wrong. Because I use the matrix. Yeah, the same matrix. 1, 2, 1, right? 1, 2, 1, 2 minus 5, 1, and 2, 1, 14 over 9. And my matrix B here, no, not B, but U, right? Sorry, I use U. I because I u here is 2 minus 5 4, right? And I show it u. Okay, yeah, it's correct. It's correct, Bảo, because I denote it by u, but I enter x. X is the different matrix. I used it before. You see, it's u, not x. Yeah, you're right. So 36, 10, and negative 27. Right. That's it. I denote it by u, but I enter a x. A and x, not a and u. You see. So it's wrong.
Cô dạy có 4 giúp em.
Uh, okay, so at first, please solve the other problems, and then I will consider all problems in this sample test. Okay, so if you can't solve number 4, so please solve the others, and then we consider all problems. Yes, Hưng.
Mình làm mấy đề luôn.
This one. The other is the same, you know.
Ủa, nó giống nhau hết luôn.
Yes.
À, hiểu rồi.
Okay, Hưng, what's the problem?
Cô chỉ là em cái cách làm dạng bài 4 luôn cô.
Okay, yeah, have you finished?
Dạ chưa cô.
Okay, so please finish the test and then we will consider the problems that you can solve, right? Yes, Lộc.
Can I ask 8, 10, and 19?
Okay, yeah, but have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, how about the others? Have you finished? Have you finished the test, class? If yes, so we consider the answer. Okay, so I give you 15 minutes more and then we consider the answer of these problems, okay?
Cô ơi cô,
Yes.
giữa kỳ mình có thi cái phần null space luôn không cô?
Yes, of course.
Tại em thấy trong đề này nó không có.
Yeah, but because it's long time ago, I tell you, but in this year we consider subspaces.
À dạ, em cảm ơn cô.
Okay, so we consider the answer. Please wait. You see my screen, right? Number one and number one, two, three. I want to consider. You can show them by yourselves. Agree? Class agree? 1, 2, and 3. They are too easy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Number 4. We have to write the system. What we have here. At this node, we have I1 in, I2 flow in, I3 flow out. So what is our first equation?
E1 plus E2 minus equal to E3.
Yeah. Next, we have this path, right? So we start here. What we have? Plus or minus? We go through this source.
Minus
Minus
50.
50. And then what? Go through the
5
resistance.
I1.
Plus or minus?
Multiply
Plus
Plus 5.
5 I1.
Okay. And then we go through this one. Plus or minus?
Plus the I3.
20 I3, right? Equals to
0.
0. Okay. And one more. What we have? We start here, go through this one. So what we have?
Minus 30. Minus 20 I3.
Yeah. And
Minus
here is 18.
18 I2.
Okay, equals to 0. Okay, you solve the system and you have the answer. Number 5. Given the set of this vector, find x such that M is a spanning set of a two-dimensional space. What does it mean?
That means rank of M is 2.
Right. Rank of M equals to 2. So it's easy, right? Can you solve it by yourself? Find x such that the rank of this set equals to 2. So I have 1, 1 minus 3, 2, 1, 12. X minus 1, 2x, and 3x, right? We reduce this to the echelon form. What we have? O1 and minus x minus 1. And I added by 3 times to have O and 18 and 6x minus 3, right? And after that, I have 1, 2x minus 1, O1 minus x minus 1, and O. And what we have here, class, minus 18, so 24x, and minus 18, so it will be plus 15, right? And in order to have rank 2, this term must be 0. It means that x equals to what? Minus 5 over 3 over 8, right? Class, do you have the same answer?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, too easy. Find x such that A is invertible. So when A is invertible,
It means the determinant of A is khác không luôn.
different from 0. Okay, it's different from 0. So you find that of this matrix and then show the equation. What do you have for the answer? A, B, C, D. Class, do you have questions here? Finding the depth of this matrix and then show the equation. So you have that x is different from 1. Do you have the same answer, class?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Nothing to explain here, right? You know how to find the determinant, right? Any questions? Any questions here for these problems that we just considered? Number 4, 5, 6. Class? Any questions? 43 problems, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's good, right?
Teacher, can I ask the problem number 4?
Uh-huh.
The voltage is always in minus. Yet.
No, we go in this direction and we met here is negative. So minus, from minus to plus, that's why we have minus. If we have, here's the positive, so it's negative here, so it will be plus. It depends on the source.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 7. Given the linearly independent sets, so E1, E2, E3 are independent, and we want to find all values such that the set of vectors S1 is linearly dependent. So how many vectors we have here, class?
3 vector.
3 vector, and if we want it to be dependent, so what does it mean? It's dependent when?
That of
integration bằng 3
S1 equal to 0.
Okay, so that is that equals to 0, right? That of the coefficient matrix equals to 0, or rank is less than 3, right? Rank is less than 3, or that equals to 0. So we have the coefficient matrix 4, minus 3, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 4, and m. You find m such that determinant equals to 0. So you can find the answer. I think that it's easy, right? What is your answer? Hmm? A. Okay. Next, given the vector space as x with this basis and the vector u, no, I don't think that it's vector u. Here we should use vector x, right? Because u is also already here, so we should use the other symbol x. Given that the coordinates of this vector in S is -8, -8, and 17, we want to find the coordinate of u with respect to this basis. So I want to find coordinates of x with respect to S1 when we are given the coordinates of x with respect to S. So this is the transition matrix from what to what, class?
C.
No, I mean transition matrix here from which basis? S to
S1.
S1. And S to S1 is mean that the column vectors here, they are the coordinates of which vector? Of vector in, so with respect to S or with respect to S1?
With respect to S.
No. S2, S1 is mean that the matrix will be S1 inverse times S, right? Remember that? Here, in this position, we have S1, and here we have S. It means that the matrix here is S1 inverse times S. Understand? Please wait. Okay, so just wait. Okay, so S2, S1, right? So I already tell you that if you don't want to remember from S to S1 or S1 to S, so the rule here is that you want to find X in S1 and you have X in S, so the matrix here will be S1 inverse times S. Remember that? Yes or no? Remember? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And here you represent the bases S and S1 with respect to S, because here S is E1, E2, E3, right? So the matrix S, you take the coefficients of these vectors, right? 4, minus 3, 5, right? S1 here is 4, minus 3, 5. 6 minus 1 minus 2, 6 minus 1 minus 2. And what? Minus 1, minus 4, and M. Minus 1, minus 4, and M. Oh, no. Where I write? Oh, no, not this one. This question, sorry. I look at this one. No. I erase it. Sorry, because I have phone call and I forgot. Okay, so this is X, right? This is X and this is my S1. So S1 here is not this matrix, but what? What is the coefficient of the first vector? Class U plus V plus W. So what is it?
1, 1, 1.
1, 1, 1. And next one?
1, 1, 0.
Okay, and the last one?
2, 0, 1.
Okay, and you find the inverse. How about S? What is the matrix of S here?
1, 1, and 1.
1, 1, and 1 is mean on diagonal or on the first row? Here, this one, right? It's identity matrix. So for identity matrix, you can cancel. Understand? Anyone has questions here? Do you understand why I have identity matrix here?
Nó giống dân một này là không cần dân đúng không cô?
Yeah. Because E1 is 1 times E1 plus 0 times E2. Oh, no, not E1, but UVW, right? So U is 1 times U plus 0 times V plus 0 times W. So for the first column, we have 100, right? Second column, 010, and the third one, 001. And because for identity matrix, we multiply by identity matrix, nothing changed, so I can remove it. Okay, so it's the way to find it in case that you don't remember. If we have first column here is the coordinates of the vector in S or in S1. So you can use this way. Understand, class? Yes or no? If anyone already know it, so you don't have to apply the formula in this case. You can directly write the transition matrix and multiply. Class, understand? Yes or no? Please. Can we go on?
Yes.
Yeah. Next question. Find the dimension. So what is the dimension of this space?
It is equal to the rank of this one.
Rank. So too easy. So I will skip this question, right? Because finding the rank is the basic step. Question 10. Find M such that it's a spanning set of V. So can you tell me, in order to be a spanning set of V, so what is the condition? Who knows? What is the condition so that a vector set is a spanning set of a space? Who knows? Yeah, rank equals to dimension. Is it enough?
M must be independent.
Independent? No, not independent. In this case, of course, independent, but for the spanning set, we don't need the condition independent. What we need?
Linear combination.
Linear combination.
Yeah. So it means that I have a vector space V, right? And I want a set to be a spanning set. So first condition, it must belong to V, right? If it doesn't belong to V, so it can't be the spanning set, right? So the first condition, M must be in V. And M is in V. It means that these two vectors will be linear combinations of these two vectors. Understand? Yes. Not V, but the spanning set of V. Oh no, here, the spanning set of V. V is a space. We don't say that a vector is a linear combination of a space, right? It's a linear combination of a spanning set. Got it, Duy? V is a space, and we are talking about a spanning set of the space, right? You can say that M is the linear combination of the vector set here I denoted by E1 and E2. You can say it like this, or you can say that M belong to V, is a subset of V. We don't say that M is a linear combination of a vector space, right? A vector space, yeah. Okay. So the first condition, M must be in V. The second one, in order to be a spanning set, the rank of M must be dimension of V. That's it. Two conditions, right? So what is the dimension of V? Can you tell me? Here we have two vectors. They are independent, right? So what is dimension of V, class? Two. Right. So it means that for the first condition, M must be a linear combination of E1 and E2. So I consider a system. 7 minus 1, 2 is E1, right? E2 is 8, 1 minus 1. And the right-hand side, what do we write? 48, 6 minus 6, right? 2, 4, x, right? This is our vector F1 and F2. You see, I already tell you that we consider it means that in the first case, I consider F1 as alpha E1 plus beta E2. So I have a system, right? This is our augmented matrix. So the second one, F2 equals to alpha prime E1 plus beta prime E2. So the right-hand side now is F2, is not F1, right? So in order to show the system in just one step, so I combine them to have a system like this, and I show it just in once, right? Just one time by reducing to the Asian form, or you can use the other way. I don't know. You can use calculator to help you. It's okay. 6, 4. I choose this is my first equation, and this is 2, 1, right? So add by 2 times. So what do you have? 0, and what next?
1 nữa cô.
1, yes, 1, and what? Multiply by 2 and add it to this row. So what do you have?
6.
6, and the last one?
A plus
X. Okay. And for this row, you multiply by 7 and add it to this row. So 0, and what next? Multiply by 7.
15.
15. Next. Yeah, who asked me, please. And what you have? 90, right? Is it 90?
Yes.
And the last one? Last one?
30.
30, right? Yeah. So it will, what we have here, minus 1, 1640168 plus x, and the last one, what is it? I multiplied by minus 15 and added to this row. So what do you obtain? minus 15x and what? Minus 120 plus 80 to 90, right? So you see that for the first system, do we have solution?
No.
Why
Yes.
not? Yes, already. And for the second one, in that
Rank A equal to rank AB.
okay, what does it mean? Rank A here
15x cộng 90 phải bằng 0.
minus 15x plus 90, right? Equals to, so x must be 6, right? Yeah. So in this case, if x is equals to 6, oh, so why here we have minus 6? Please check it again. Maybe when I calculate, I have problems in calculation. Minus 15x and minus, yeah, minus, because here minus, not plus. Yeah. So it's minus 6, not 6. Okay. So x equals to minus 6, right? So this is our answer, minus 6. Because they are independent already. You see, they are not proportional. So we already have the second condition, rank equals to 2, right? Because they are not proportional. We just have to check the first condition. These two vector is a linear combination of E1 and E2. Here, if you use calculator, yeah, it can help you. So you show two systems, 7 minus 1 to 8, 1, 2, minus 1, right? And the right-hand side here, 48, 6, and minus 6. You show it has solution. Yeah, it's okay. The second equation, second system, the right-hand side here is 2, 4x, right? So you use your calculator to show the first two equation, right? And substitute to the last equation. You can find x. Yeah, it's another way if you want to use calculator to help you. Understand what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Number square matrix, and that of A is 2, that of B is 8. Applying successive elementary operations at following to get the matrix A1, we have to find that of this matrix. So can you tell me what is that of this matrix? So at first, that of A1, what is it? Huh?
Minus 4.
Minus 4, right? Minus 2 times, this is minus, right? And 2 times that of A, so it's minus 4, right? You have that of A1, that of B, so you can find that of this matrix, right? It is exactly like the exercise that I give you in the time of our class. So what we have here, class?
Minus 8.
Are you sure?
Minus 8. D.
No. 2 to power 4, right? Times minus 4 and 1 over 8. Yeah, minus 8. Okay, it's minus 8 is correct. So D. D is your final answer, right? Find this matrix. You can find it by yourself, right? Can you tell me what is the formula for the matrix X? Hmm? Class, what is the formula to find X? X will be A inverse times C times B inverse, right? Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so please find by yourself. I X in R such that my vector belong to the linear span. What does it mean? Belong to the linear span. What does it mean, class? Belong. Why is the span is that?
Linear combination.
Linear combination. So V equals to alpha E1 plus beta E2, right? So E1 here is 2, 3, minus 8. E2 is 3, 1, 3. And the right-hand side minus 8 x3, right? You have three equations. Please show the first and the last equation. You can find alpha and beta. After that, you substitute to the second equation. You can find x. Understand the way? Class, yes or no? Class, yes or no? Understand it?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me x, what you have for x. What is alpha, what is beta, and what is x? Okay, minus 150 over 30, so which is answer is C. Okay, yeah, you can find it by yourself. Number 14, find a homogeneous system. Given a homogeneous system, and why we find the number of free variables. So what is the number of free variables, class? Yeah, it's n minus rank. Please wait. So we must have that the number here is n 11. So what do you mean here? What is your problem? So that of a in a1 is minus 4. Agree? Do you agree with that, Hiếu? Okay. And that of 2 times a1. So 2 here, a here is a 4 by 4 matrix, right? So 2, when we multiply it by 2, so we multiply it by 2 to power 4. And we multiply it by minus 4. The that of inverse is 1 over 8. And the answer is minus 8. Yeah. Got it?
I thought it was -1.
Why minus 1? Why you multiply by 2? No. Please
Like 2.
check the slides again. When we multiply a matrix by alpha, so how
ý là 2 nhân trừ 4 chia cho 8 thì nó phải là trừ 1.
Y is 2. I already tell you y is 2 here is not 2, but what? 2 to power 4. Because here, when we multiply a matrix by 2, you don't multiply the term. And now you made it. You see it? Yeah, you multiply a matrix by 2. So the determinant will be multiplied by 2 to power 4. Okay, yeah. Next, number of free variables will be 4 minus rank of the matrix A. So you have to find the rank of this matrix, and you take 4, the number of unknowns, minus the number of equations, right? So you have, what is the answer? What is the rank of A? 2? Okay, so this is 2. Got it. Next, when our set is linearly dependent, as when a vector set is linearly dependent.
That equal to 0.
Yeah, because here we have a square matrix, so that equals to 0. But in general case, we have that rank is less than the number of vectors, right? But in this case, we have square matrix, so you just have to find that of the matrix, 5, 2, 1, 2, and 1. Here you can write in rows. Yeah. Okay, you should write in columns, because I tell you that in order to be not to be confused, so we always write in columns. So you can write it in columns. But here I write in rows already. But no problem. You know that of A and that of AT the same, right? Yeah. The way, right? That's no problem here. Any questions here, class?
Cô nói lại một lần nữa được không cô? Cái chỗ cái tại sao đến nó bằng 0 cô?
Because it's linearly dependent if and only if rank is less than the number of vectors. And how many vectors we have here? How many vectors?
3.
3 vector, right? Rank of a square matrix is less than 3 if and only if determinant equals to 0, right? That is different from 0. It means that rank equals to n. Equals to 0 it means that rank is less than n for a square matrix. Got it now?
Yes.
Okay. Which vector below is the linear combination of E1 and E2? I think that you can check it, right? Yes. You show the system and which one has solution. So it's a linear combination. Agree? Yeah. So this question I don't show it. Question 17. Medical researcher is studying the spread of a virus in a population of 938 mice. During any week, there is a 50% probability that infected mouse will overcome. So infected and healthy, right? Healthy mice. So 2 infected. During any week, that 50% infected mouse will overcome. It means that in this position, what you have? The first column, what you have? Zero 0.5 and 0.5, right? And for the second, healthy and is infected, right? 20% that non-infected mouse will become infected. So 0.2 and this 0.8. Okay, so this is the transition matrix. And there are the virus. So it means that X0 now is 351, and it means that mm, it means that what? The rest will okay, 587. How many infected next 2 weeks? In the next 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, so what is the formula? What is the formula?
A square
A square
a
times.
square multiply x. It's 0.
Okay, yeah, that's it. We got it. Input output model, right? So can you tell me the transition, the input output matrix for question 18? We have coal and steel, right? To produce 1 worth of output, industry coal needs 0.02 of its own product, so 0.02 here, and 0.1 of steel. To produce $1 here, it needs 0.5 of coal and 0.2 of its own product, right? So this is the input output matrix, and the external demand is 14,359, 17,702. So you can find the value output is mean that the x, what is the formula for x? Who remember? The equation here is ax plus d equals to x. So what is x? So please find by yourself. Next, given 3 bases, so this exercise we just showed it in this week, so I once considered, right? And then number 20, I don't solve it because finding the determinant of the matrix and find class, any problems here? You can solve them by yourself, right? Number 19, we just showed it this week, right? Yesterday, some classes show them and any questions, class? Yes or no? other questions? No? If not, so we can stop here, class. If you don't have the other questions, I think that is enough, just the midterm. Nothing much. No space exercises. So in my slides, I have some here. So why you ask me so? Yeah. And I already upload a file in BKL for you at the beginning of the course. They are basic exercises, and there are some exercises there. In my slide, I have detailed answers for you, so you can read it again. Okay, so I think that is enough for midterm. Usually, I don't have TA class for the midterm, because I think at midterm we just have 2 chapters and nothing much. But in this semester, we pay about 3 sections for. This semester, because we just finished the chapter and we have midterm. That's why I started time for TA. But in the previous semester, no TA class for midterm. I think that midterm you can handle by yourself. Okay. Any other questions? No. So you have to practice more with the calculator because you have 20 questions in 50 minutes. Okay, bye-bye all.
Goodbye teacher.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye, teacher.
But